Hello and welcome to my September TBR video. I have got so many books in this pile. I believe there's 10 books in this pile. So let's get straight into it. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. It really just helps me out when you do like these videos. Please do comment what books were in your TBR, and don't forget to check out my last video, which is the books that I read in August, and I think I read around 11 books in August, so do go check that out. But these are all the books that I'm hopefully going to be reading in September. I do work 2 jobs. I also film content. I don't have a lot of spare time, but I do try and read as many books as possible. So there's a massive pile. I'm a mood reader. I just put on what I'm wanting to read so I can pick and choose at it. If I don't read them this month, then I don't read them. But I have a pile so that I can choose what I want to choose. And yeah, I'm very excited. Also, I'm in my sports romance and like small town romance. So that's why there's a lot of books on here that are sports or small town. And there's a bit of dark romance because that's what I'm in the mood for. So let's start off with a book that literally came today. That's going straight onto my desk so I can read it instantly, and that is Things We Left Behind by Lucy Scott. This is Lucian's book. I have been wanting to read Lucian's book since I started the series, which was Things We Never Said. Sorry, Things We Never Got Over. And Lucian's book is finally here. I want to know everything that happened between him and the librarian, and I cannot wait. And I'm going to blind into all my books, so there is not a lot of information I can give you about these books. But just from reading the back, it says there was only one woman who could set him free, but I would rather set myself on fire than ask Sloane Watson for anything. Sloane is uptight and stubborn. Lucian's stubborn. Lucian kind of sounds as if he's in something dodgy because of the way he acts in the other books, but it's small town romance. So excited for this, like literally ecstatic. It is going on my bedside table ready to read because I don't want to read anything else apart from this. But I do have a Kindle book I'm currently got on that's called The Doctor that I'm very excited about. Then on the pile, these are my 2 dark romance books. So it is The Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan. I can also read this one on my Kindle. It's on Kindle Unlimited, so that's why I picked it up. I've kind of been strategical and picked up books that I can read in work when I'm on reception as well as physically, so I can go back and forth when I'm at home and when I'm at work. Because I'll be going into work earlier than usual due to parking. So yeah, this is the book I picked up, and on the back it said, she kissed the prince and he turned into a fraud. Now her fairy tale is upside down. Iris Dupree meets August West in a sports bar during her last semester of college. It's a conversation of a lifetime and sends sparks flying in every direction. The connection is undeniable, but timing was all wrong. August is positioned for the NBA drafts, and Irish belongs to another man, basketball golden boy, and August's longtime rival. It just sounds like everything, and I cannot wait to read this book. Sports and dark romance. I mean, what more could a girl want? You know, it just sounds so good. Then the next one is Still Beating by Jennifer Hartmann. I don't know much about this. My friend Kaya says that it is really dark, really like unique shit triggers, but I go into blind for my books, so we can hope. And he puts his hand against my chest. It is still beating. He whispers, is the word soft against my lips? As long as it's beating, you're okay. I have no idea what this is about, but you know, I wanted to read it. It's on my like TBR thing to read, so we're going blind into it, and I'm very excited about it. I just cannot wait to pick this book up and start reading it. I can also read that one on my Kindle. We're gonna grab another pile. I literally have 3 piles of books here. It's really funny. Then I grabbed Her Greatest Mistake, which is the first one in the Great Love series by Cowan. As you tell, doctor and ice hockey. No idea what it's about apart from it's ice hockey. And when I commented saying I wanted all these books, she was the only author to like reply to me saying do it. So I bought it, and I don't know, I've just been inclined to read it. And it goes, I'm the face of the NHL, the golden boy with quick hands and $1 million smile that the fans adore. My contract is up at the end of the season and playoffs is starting. With playoffs starting, and I have to be on my best behaviour. Keep my head down, and respect the press whilst they shove microphones up my nose. This is my first rodeo, so it should be easy, right? No, not this time. On one bad call. On one bad call and I'm the poster boy for bad decisions. Just sounds great. Little ice hockey romance, you know what I mean? Like, what more could you want? Then going on with my dark romance kind. This is the Bastian's book in the Birthright series. This is the final one and it is Heavy Crown by Sophie Lark. Mafia romance, know what it's about. I didn't know what any of the Sophie Lark Mafia books were like. I read the first one like 2 years ago, fell in love with her writing and just been reading them throughout for the last 2 years. This one is A Temptation I Can Resist. I saw her stuff in the back of a trunk. Yelena, the only daughter of the vicious Brafia boss in... It's the Bastion. Basically, you'll learn about the different mafia gangs in Chicago throughout her books, and this one is one of the worst. So, I'm very excited to see how this one lays out. There is also illustrations in this book, so very excited. But I can devour these books in a day because they're great. They're dark romance but not too dark. They're the perfect mix. So Sophie Lark is the queen. Then back to ice hockey. This is a white shoes spicy ice hockey romance, and this is Pucking Around, which is the first one in the Jacksonville Ray series, and this is by Emily Rath. I am so excited to read this book. Like, I can't fall for a player, let alone 3. Like, just, this boy is chunky though. It's chunky. I can read this one again on my Kindle if I wanted to. This is over 700 pages long and over 100 chapters. But she's on there for if I want this book. I might not get around to it. I might do. Who knows? But I just... This one sounds everything. Like, my name is Rachel Price, and 2 months ago I walked away from the perfect man. We shared one magical night. No names, no strings attached. No thought I'd see him again. I was wrong. It turns out my perfect man actually was the Playboy grinder for the Jacksonville Ray, the NFL's hottest new hockey team, and I'm his new physiotherapist. If that doesn't say anything, I don't know what will. Then we've got 4 more in the pile because I'm a psychopath and added 10 books to my pile. I usually add 5. I want to read Honey and Spice. I can't pronounce this name, I'm very sorry. I believe this is a sports romance, and is Sisters Beware the Wasteman of White Well. A radio host, Brown Sugar, Kaya Banjo's mission is to protect her listeners from heartbreak, which puts Whitewell's college new student handsome player at the top of a hate list. I don't really know what it's about, but it sounded really good, and I trust Kaya's recommendations when she said this was really good, so it's been added to the pile. I bought that like in June. So then The Kiss Quotation by Helen Hoang. This was actually mentioned in Icebreaker, so it's like Romeo and Juliet kind of style, I believe. I don't know, but very excited to read this. A heartwarming and refreshing debut novel that proves one thing, that not enough data in the world to predict what will make your heart tick. It sounds really good, and it sounds really cute, and it's really thin, so perfect little book. Then the last 2 are sports romances, and this is If Only You, which is the 6th one in this series, but I believe you can just read them in and out of order. And this is Fake Friends, Real Benefits by Chloe Liese. This is a sports romance between Ziggy and Sebastian. One's a soccer player and the other one is hockey, having to fake date, I believe. So it sounds really good. And then the last one, The Hardest Fall by Ella Maise. I love Ella Maise's writing. This is actually the first Ella Maise book I bought, but then I found I have to read them in order, so, you know, we have it here. And this is In the Game of Love You Can't Afford to Drop the Ball. This is a college romance, and it is football. very, very excited to read these. So these are all the 10 books that are on my TBR to read for September. I most likely won't get around to all of these, but they are there for me to choose from when I want something, and I have such a mix that I can choose whichever one I want. And yeah, I hope it brings me some 5-star reads, because I've had quite a lot of 5-star reads this month, so we can hope that this brings the 5-star reads. But yeah, I hope you did like this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below what books are in your TBR this month, and I hope to see you again in my next video.
Taking you in this moment, come get close like you own name. Read your aura, you want more of all this love you'll be